look at some of the events that we had to manage. So it first started with 9/11.
On 9/11, the push pack was deployed to New York City for the Twin Towers. And besides Air Force One, Wayne was the only person that was allowed to fly and guide the first responders in New York on which parts to deploy.
October 5th of that same year was when we had an anthrax case down in Florida, and then it just exploded.
We've played key roles in mitigating national and international emergencies, including the 2009 spring and fall H1N1 response, Japan earthquake response, Haiti earthquake response, and at the height of the pandemic, we were controlling the COVID assets for 30 million Americans.
My entire staff was listed by the governor's office as mission critical, and that continues today. You know, when Ukraine war started off, I mean, they were reaching to us for solutions. So we partnered with an organization, we developed a medical response drone and transported those over to Ukraine.
We were utilizing the drones and the green boxes to drop meds and emergency materials in austere locations where there was threats to personnel, or you just couldn't get there because bridges were out, roads were out. Our philosophy is that if there is an event or an emergency situation, we can have the boots on the ground with less than 24 hours.
We manage mobile hospitals, ventilators, radiation detection portals, pharmaceuticals, vaccines, PPE. They all have the same requirement. They are a product that needs to be protected.
We're going to go in there and try to get critical life-saving medical materials to those who need it. In parts of town that are underserved, I can put 70,000 doses in a single -80 freezer. So if we had a presence in strategic counties and communities around the country like that, boy, that 2.5 years that we suffered under COVID trying to figure it out would have been compressed to about 2.5 months.
There's no limitation to where we can go with this. This is why we're going public. We want to bring the investments in so we can take this to every state. We want every person to feel safe. So duplicating it is going to be the easy part. We have the bandwidth with all the technology.
You're never going to know what direction the next one comes. If you think you do, you're probably suspect to some degree of being part of the problem.
If there's something squirrely going on in the world, then they've got Callan JMB and their entire team. We're going to show up and get the job done.
9/11, H1N1, COVID. We didn't shy away from those. You know, that's what we're all about. We're constantly in that preparation and preparedness mode because it does one thing, it saves people. And that's what we're about.